This is a video about setting up a surveillance system with old Android mobile phones. If you're like me, you don't want to be installing spyware, you don't want to be paying a monthly fee for basically nothing, you don't want to be giving login information, you don't want to have to register, you just want something that's going to work. And if you're not going to write it yourself, how are you going to do it? This is a simple solution. In my case, first of all, I got a data SIM. So you can often get a second SIM card which is on your existing account and it shares your data plan, basically. It doesn't cost much, a couple of euros a month. The next step is you need something to actually capture motion. If something moves, take a picture. But that something needs to be able to store that image locally on your phone on the SD card, not in some protected application space, as some of them do. I'm looking at UHaven, or only in the cloud. In other words, you're giving somebody else your information about your environment to do with what they wish. No go. Take a look at Motion Detector Pro. It's free. It works quite well actually, and it has the option in the settings to save the image to your local SD card, and it puts it in a local directory, not in a protected space. The question then is, how do we get those images to somewhere safe off the phone? Because if somebody breaks in, they're as likely to notice your Android mobile phone and to steal that and take it with them. How do we get it, for example, to an FTP server? Well, this is where the wonderful Automate comes in. Automate is an Android app, which is also free, and it's brilliant, I have to say, where you can set up a simple workflow to recognize that a new image has been added to the folder where Motion Detector Pro stores its files, and then it uploads it to an FTP server of your choice, which you have probably set up yourself. And that is all there is to it. You then have a reliable, free, effective system completely under your control for turning Android mobile phones into security cameras. I'll quickly take you through what the workflow looks like in Automate so there's no confusion. And that's going to be it. I hope this is helpful. Links to the apps are in the description. So in Automate we set up a new workflow and we choose File Monitor. File Monitor allows you to look for changes, connect to the go to the in and go into that node. Give it some privileges, so allow it to look at the disk and choose the folder where Motion Detector Pro stores its images, which is Motion Detector Pro. You've got to give it a variable. First of all, choose the event, what should happen. You're interested in file created, so when something is created, this thing should react. Give a variable name for the name of the new thing that's been created. In this case it's actually a file, and then you can then filter things by the event type. That's actually unnecessary and I've named that badly, doesn't matter. So now we know what's changed, we're going to add another node, and that node is, surprise surprise, upload to FTP. Again, we connect those two together and make a loop so that when it's uploaded the image, it starts monitoring for another file. So it'll keep working. In the FTP setup, you need to obviously tell it the server name, the port, give it a username, all this malarkey, the usual gubbins. And then in local path, click on the FX for the function and provide the name that you've given the path to the newly created image from the previous node, so new motion image path in this case, and that is it. Once you've filled in your server details, and I suggest setting up something like using VSFDPD in Ubuntu or whatever you want, you just need to add where on your server it should store that uploaded image, which directory, and you're done. That's it. I named it a little bit badly here, but you can give these variables any name you like. So next you can just change the name of this workflow so it's recognizable. Give it a sensible title. And press start, and off it goes. So you'll start the camera surveillance app, and every time it detects motion and creates an image, Automate steps in and will upload it. Easy.